Hey YouTube, welcome to part 2 of my golf cart engine swap build. This video I will show you how I built the swing arm. Before I get started, I want to mention that I picked up a brand new 15 horse Life-In engine instead of that used Briggs & Stratton. So here I've taken a little bit of cardboard, cut some sizes out just to give me a rough idea on how to build maybe a swing arm. So it mounts up at the front. I'll do a nice triangle plate. This is just a rough idea to get me started. And then I'll put another piece from here to the rear axle, and that's where I'll put my new U-bolts around that. I'll end up pulling this out, all this here, it'll all come out, and I'll just build a whole new swing arm. So I finally got the swing arm out. This is where it attaches to the rear end. Engine goes in the middle, and it joins everything together. Then this is actually where it attaches and pivots to the golf cart right there. I'm going to try to use roughly the same spots where the original swing arm was, and it was right here. I'm going to use, so here I have a piece that I was going to use for the swing arm, but if I put this in here, roughly line it up there, it actually hits the bottom of the clutch before it hits the rear end. So you can see how much it's going to touch. So I'm going to put a little bit of a bend. Gonna notch this out here, weld, and this will attach at the front. It'll come on an angle, and then hopefully clear the clutch. So here we have it. Cut out the wedge. Now I'm gonna have to try to bend this together and see how the angle is. Got her pushed over. Didn't take too much. Just wasn't able to hold the phone and push with one hand. Now let's go test it out, see how it fits. It's at the front there. As you can see, we have clearance. So I'll be able to get this welded up, get another one made for the other side, and keep on going. So before I went any further, I just wanted to lay these two on top just to make sure they're the exact same angle. So I've got it roughly laid out. I'm gonna want to be 7 inches on the inside of the rails at the top. This is where it's gonna mount to the golf cart. These are the lines. This will be where my crank for the engine will be, so that it lines up with the belt size. I gotta have 10 inches between the rails here, and at the end I will have 12 inches between here to clear the rear end. I'll get some 1x1 square tubing cut and weld it in here. So I have taken a piece of cardboard and I've drew out my angles and measurements all on here. I don't have a proper welding table. I just got a steel workbench. It doesn't even sit flat. It goes up and down. Obviously, I don't do a lot of fabricating. So this gives me my rough ideas on keeping the swing arm and everything square and straight. So here, let's take a look at the swing arm. I've got it lined up pretty close to my pencil lines here. You can see just inside the metal rail here. It's pretty close all the way. That's my way of keeping everything square and to the angles I need. This top piece here is just tacked for now. This will be my pivot point for the whole swing arm. So I'm gonna have to drill out a hole. There's a bushing that'll go in there. It is on an angle because the swing arm will be on more of an angle. So I want this to be pretty well flat once it's in the cart. So seeing as this, I got lucky with the first try, is the right angle. I'm gonna go ahead and weld this up. Nothing too fancy. So I've gone ahead, got everything welded. Just threw a quick bolt in, threw a jack stand underneath. So if all goes as planned, the engine will sit here. I'm gonna get some U-bolts to go around the axle. One's there. One is just underneath the clutch. But we do have clearance. Nothing's touching. Obviously, I'm gonna have to put some cross braces in from rail to rail just so I'll have somewhere to mount the engine. This here, I'll have to put a bushing on the top and bottom. I'm just gonna reuse the ones that I took out. But other than that, I'm pretty well ready to start trying to get the engine in. Once I threw the engine in, my first problem was the top of the engine was too high for the seat. So in order for me to lower the engine, I had to modify the swing arm to go around the flywheel. Now that I've done that, I will be able to actually make the engine mounting plate. With the swing arm installed, I was able to weld in a couple mounts for the engine plate. The rear of the engine did need to be lifted up to level out the engine. For the engine mounting plate, I used some thinner flat steel, marked out the hole locations, and cut them out. They are oblonged so that I could have some room for adjustments to get the correct belt tension. Finally, I welded everything together and hit it with the good old Tremclad paint job. The next part, I will show you the engine install and the final product. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.